Welcome to Starlight Radio Dreams, the comedy show with a podcasting habit brought to you by our backers on Patreon. This episode is Rip Van Winkles, Deals and Dinkles, written and directed by Jared McDaris, featuring the vocal talents of Ansel, Burch, Jared McDaris, and Kat Evans. The Starlight Radio Dreams theme was written and recorded by Arne Parrott, sound design and editing by Jared McDaris. Now, without further ado, on with the show.
Salutations, every persons! Rip Van Winkles the name, Deals and Dinkles the game. My name's Rip.
My name's Judith.
And we're offering deals so incredible,
You'll fall asleep for 20 years and reawaken in a post-revolutionary world unlike any you could have imagined.
Now, Judith.
Yes, Papa.
I think I speak for everyone when I say the world is a strange and frightening place.
That it is, Papa. That it is.
And in such uncertain times, I think we'd all like to find comfort and security however we might.
That's right, Papa. And today you can with our Friday special sale item, the Rip Van Blanket. Now, Papa, is this the very blanket you used to shield yourself from the elements when you were asleep for 20 years, spared from the horrors of war by the ghostly men of ancient past who haunt the northern hills?
The very blanket, Judith.
The very blanket. And this piece of historic memorabilia can be yours today for just $79.95. I'm sorry, I must have read that wrong. Does that say $79.95?
Sadly, my eyesight is failing due to what from my perspective seems like premature aging.
Wow, I cannot believe it. I don't know how we can even afford such a deal. Folks, we're gonna have to put a time limit on this one, just 2 minutes and 30 seconds before this item goes off the market. Only 7 remaining. That's right, only 7 left. Act now or miss out forever on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, Papa, I'm noticing some grass stains here, a little dampness. Did you drool on this blanket while you were asleep in the hills for 20 years, your family wondering without respite just what had happened to their patriarch?
I very much did, Judith.
Wow. Incredible. You heard it here first, folks. Genuine Van Winkle saliva can be found on this priceless, one-of-a-kind item, the byproduct of 2 decades of accidental familial neglect. We have only 3 more left in stock. Act now or forever. Oh! I'm being told we are now sold out.
Sold out?
That's right, Papa. This priceless, one-of-a-kind treasure is now sold out. Let's move on to our next item. Now, I am extremely excited about this item, aren't you, Papa?
I'm not entirely sure what's happening right now. The shock of awakening from a pleasant dream only to find that I have traversed from early maturity into old age, my wife dying and my friends abandoning me in the interim, has rendered me prematurely infirm and lost in a perpetual haze of confusion.
Excellent point, Papa. Up next for sale, we have a dream Rip Van Winkle had while he was sleeping up in the hills for 20 years. Now, Papa, why don't you tell us a little about this first dream for sale?
Well, Judith, I dreamt I was playing with my cup and ball game, except every time I got the ball in the cup, it would say sarsaparilla very quietly.
Fascinating. Whatever could it have meant?
I think it was just talking about sarsaparilla.
This very special, very one-of-a-kind item can be yours for only $75.1388. What a bargain! And now, we'd like to bring in our special guest to discuss this amazing product, Mr. Jonathan Doolittle, proprietor of the Union Hotel. Welcome, Mr. Doolittle.
Hello.
Tell us, Mr. Doolittle, when Rip Van Winkle was sleeping in your establishment, could you ever have imagined he might dream up something of this quality?
Well, the Union Inn was founded during the 20-year period Mr. Van Winkle was missing up in the mountains. So he never actually patronized my establishment.
My best friend was a wombat named Timothy.
What?
Worry not, Mr. Doolittle. With a little luck, Rip Van Winkle's Deals and Dinkles will raise the money we need to retire Papa to a lovely farm in sunny California.
Where the buffalo roam.
Tell us, Mr. Doolittle, how much would you pay to be the sole owner of Rip Van Winkle Dream number 00001?
To own? How do you own a dream?
By picking up the phone and dialing 1-900 Wink, Mr. Doolittle.
No, I mean, what are the physical properties of this product? How do you own it?
Excellent question, Mr. Doolittle. The lucky owner of this one-of-a-kind treasure will be given a receipt of purchase, guaranteeing for all to see that they are the legal owner of Mr. Rip Van Winkle's dream about playing cup and ball with a special cup and ball that says sarsaparilla very quietly every time you get the ball in the cup.
That doesn't sound...
It doesn't sound very secure, does it?
Well, that too, but...
No need to worry, Mr. Doolittle.
We used to make papier-mâché dinosaurs.
What now?
We take the receipt of purchase and place it inside a special wooden block. Then wrap the block in a chain and lock it shut so no one will be able to steal your receipt of purchase.
Okay.
You sound skeptical, Mr. Doolittle.
I expect I sound many things.
They may be an ice cream cone shaped exactly like your mother.
Is he okay?
I assure you, Mr. Doolittle, this block and chain is of the highest quality imaginable. Every single block of wood is made out of the finest available lumber taken from the deracination of an entire forest.
What?
Deracination. It means to pull out by the root.
That is not the reason I said what.
You're worried about the chain, aren't you?
Worried doesn't quite
The
encompass...
chain is of equally pristine quality, Mr. Doolittle. Each link of the chain is forged from the finest quality iron ore, refined from the total hollowing out of an entire mountain.
One mountain for every link in the chain?
As I said, Mr. Doolittle, this block and chain is of the highest, most secure quality.
All for a receipt, for a dream. How do you own a dream?
For only $75.13.88, Mr. Doolittle, that's how.
Plus, we bury the block and chain up in the hills where nobody can get at it.
Making it totally non-fungible.
Why?
Because non-fungible properties are more secure from theft, Mr. Doolittle.
That's not the reason I said why.
I'm sure our friends at home will agree that non-fungible properties are the future of private consumption. So much more personal and secure than fungible properties.
And fun to say.
Fungible, one might say.
Stop saying fungible.
Your mother loved to say fungible. Whatever happened to her?
She died of grief.
Didn't old Mrs. Van Winkle fall down some stairs?
No, she died of grief.
Come to think of it, did she even have a daughter?
Oh, I'm getting word now that Rip Van Winkle Dream 00001 has just been sold.
Well, kick my shins and call me a carpetbagger.
Do you recognize this woman, Mr. Van Winkle?
Take my hand, and I shall guide you to the land of spells and fairies.
But don't worry, folks. We got 20 years worth of dreams to sell you today.
How many forests have you torn up for this?
Stay tuned to find out.
What is happening?
On Rip Van Winkle's Deals and Dinkles. Keep on buying, folks, and one day soon we'll be on our way to sunny California. Or at least one of us will.
Sarsaparilla.
Thank you for joining us for this clip from Starlight Radio Dreams Nothing to Do with the Holidays show, featuring the vocal talents of Kat Evans, Jared McDaris, and Ansel Burch. The Starlight Radio Dreams theme was written and performed by Arne Parrott. Special thanks to Shure Incorporated for their generous support. Join us next time, March 25th, for Season 6, Episode 2, March of the Pandas, another Pandaversary. Be sure to dress your best for this black and white tie special, even though we won't be able to tell, as we dive deeper into the 2022 verse. Until then, keep laughing and keep dreaming.